Hey y'all, Zabek back, and we just got 1171, and let's talk about it. So, we finally come to the conclusion of the Loki and Harold flashback. It, even though it was long, it was still glorious with even from Rocks to Ida, so many great moments and characters that we got introduced in this flashback. So it's a little bittersweet that this ends up being the conclusion of it all. But first, we got a little more of inside the castle with Gabon, Shanks, and Jarul, who apparently didn't after all these years, he didn't even know what the devil fruit was. So that just shows you how long it's been since somebody's ate that fruit. Shanks really wanted to save Harold as bad as he wanted to, and we even get a little flashback of him and Harold, and also of Garling just spewing nonsense and trying to make Shanks feel welcome to the Holy Land. And this ends up making Shanks' arm ache just from the blood in his veins. And luckily, Gabon's there to reassure him that that's not his life, and the right things have happened for him to not be associated with them. We head back to the Holy Land, and Emu and the five elders are gloating about how powerful they made Harold and just how close they were to obtaining even more power if they had the giant all the giant army on their side. But they didn't know about the legendary treasure, so that pretty much confirms that Emu and the five elders probably don't know what that fruit is, or even if it exists to them. They somewhat admire Harold, but in a very backhanded way, because as much as they look down on the other people, the fact that a giant from Elbaf was able to bend his knees and welcome other nations and try to form a unity with the rest of the world. It's still pretty honorable for Harold to even come so far and forming a relationship with other nations and just taking Elbaf's name from being this savage land to now more welcoming to the other nation. Emu also confesses that it was pretty incompatible with them and the giants because the Elbaf bears the will of D, and even though we know of just one will of D giant, Saul, I'm sure it's other giants that have the will of D that they probably just don't acknowledge. I don't think Saul is necessarily from Elbaf, unless I'm remembering wrong. But I know the rest of his family has the D in their names. But I mean, when are we ever gonna meet Saul's family? Loki decides to go out to sea with a few of Harold's men and just, I guess explore and maybe make contact with the world government, even though Ja Rule is completely against that. Because, like, I mean, Loki's powerful now with his death fruit of Ragnar, but even with just how many soldiers he has is not even close to enough to take on the world government. He also wishes that nobody speaks of what happened, even though that was Harold's final wishes was to tell everybody what happened and how far he went downhill. But now that Hydruden and some of the giants around Loki and Luffy and them in the present day, I'm sure they know the truth, and that's gonna end up spreading throughout the country. And Loki kind of makes them understand why he didn't want to relive such a traumatic event and why he decided to just keep it to himself and hold on to that burden. But now the giants know who the true enemy is, and that's the world government and the intruders in Elbaf, which is the God's Knights. Though Hadruden apologizes to Loki for thinking he did such a thing, I'm sure another type of resolution is gonna come later on, because Oda loves to really tear the heartstrings. And I mean, it was nice seeing the two brothers finally accept one another, but I feel like it's more to be told with that story. And I'm very shocked that Luffy was able to just listen to all that. But I mean, Loki's a possible crewmate, so it'd be nice that he knew about his past a little bit and just know more about him. But I mean, knowing Luffy, he doesn't care about anybody's past or anything like that. And Luffy just wants to see Loki fight just like everybody else. And we actually get that chance when one of the monsters that Killingham summoned comes from out of nowhere, and this ends up making Hydruden and the few giants go down, and this allows Sanji to take Gabon and Chopper to go find Colin. Luffy stays with Loki, and like I said, he just wants to see what this guy can do, really, with no cuffs on anything. And we get a little taste of that when he springs up and hits a devastating blow on the monster. As powerful as Ragnar is, I seriously doubt this monster is gonna get back up, but maybe it'll be more behind it, and this will give Loki a chance to really showcase his abilities and possibly even have a little tag team with Luffy. Like I said, it was very bittersweet to see the flashback end, but I mean, we had to go to the present day sooner or later, and I feel like this is a very nice time to be back and just see what's in store for Elbaf and everybody in the country. Kind of wish we got a little more of Loki after he left the castle and him out to sea, and possibly his interaction with Shanks, but maybe Oda's saving that for another time, and I guess that's understandable. But y'all let me know, what do you think of 1171, and what you think of the flashback? What was your favorite moment in that flashback? And what are you looking forward to now that we're back in the present day? Let me know in the comments. subscribe, give us a like, and I'll catch y'all later.